So something like 1,000,000 years ago, give or take, I said we were going to launch a weather balloon. Dr. Adrian Flores is going to help us out with that now.
So the weight of the nozzle pretty much is what I'm shooting with the weight of the radio sound. So yeah, that's a good lift there.
In this case, the balloon is actually filled with hydrogen, not helium, so if it was less humid than it was, there might have been a fire protection suit being worn.
Neil, can you tell someone in the lab to do the observation numbers on the computer? I think I saw Dr. Sakai. Let it go. Like it will take a few seconds to go off. So whenever you guys are ready,
you guys want to do? You guys should do a countdown.
Okay, loud. Wait, how about y'all countdown?
All right. Right now, like
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Bye.
So using Python, I plotted some of the data that we gathered with the balloon. Here we can see the path taken, and the altitude is shaded on the path. We also see the White House and Baltimore International Airport for perspective as to where we were launching from. Now we can look at the path of the balloon with respect to time and height. We can see the temperature and the pressure change. You can see the pressure has a nice smooth curve decreasing with altitude, and temperature a little bit jagged, which we can explain in just a moment when we see our skew-T diagram. So as we can see, it was a very humid day with the liquid condensation level basically at the surface where we launched the balloon from, and all these jagged lines in the temperature, as it gets warmer with altitude, it is what's called an inversion, as opposed to getting colder with altitude. Of course, looking at the altitude in terms of pressure, we can see that there's clouds about at 375 hectopascal, 475 hectopascal, and 950 hectopascal. We can infer this cloud cover by the dew point matching the temperature. We can also see the tropopause is somewhere between 120 and 140 hectopascal here. There's a lot more information to talk about here that I do not feel qualified to go over because while I am an atmospheric scientist, I do not explicitly study meteorology. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will add that upper air soundings from balloon launches like this are extremely helpful in filling in the gaps between surface stations and satellite information. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We're quickly on our way to 11 bajillion subscribers or whatever, so, push some buttons. Or something.